right, this is Lynchburg's press conference for the Bracket 1 final, Misericordia 5, Lynchburg 1. We're joined by Lynchburg head coach Travis Beasley and student athletes Benton Jones, Quinn Madden, Logan Tapman, and Ryan Lawn. We'll open with an opening statement from Coach and then open it up for questions. Coach?
Yeah, just incredibly proud of our guys. We knew today was going to be a really tough day. Misericordia is an incredibly well-coached baseball team. They give you absolutely nothing. They played that way all day long. Made every play and then some. Their lefty, what a performance on his part, but man, I was incredibly impressed with our guys for 18 innings today. We had a lot of balls hard second game. It just wasn't our day, but you know what we can control. I could not be more proud of them, their effort today, the passion that they showed for Lynchburg baseball and the University of Lynchburg, and just tip of the cap to Misericordia. They played two great ball games, and fortunate enough to be moving forward.
If you could say your affiliation and who you are before you ask the first question, please. Thank you.
Coach, it had been a long time since that young man pitched. I guess it was like back in April sometime. Was there any scouting film on this young man?
Not much, no. But this time of year, you're not going to have that much on anybody. You'll have a little bit, and I thought we had a good enough plan going into it. He did a great job mixing in that changeup later in the game, but just pounded the zone. On a day like today, that's key. And to our credit, Logan did that as well. It's only Logan's second start of the year. Sophomore, has been primarily out of the pen for us. Got the start at the regional at Case Western. Tough assignment for him today. An elimination game, only a second start. And really, I think, and I'm sure they had the same game plan. All you want from a starter in that situation: go out there, throw strikes with two pitches, keep guys off balance, but make the hitters beat you. And he did that. To his credit, he did a great job.
How, if at all, did their style of play, while they make their bunt and run and do all that stuff, affect things? Because I say maybe there was 6 hit batsmen, 4 walks. Did that affect things at all?
I think it probably did in the score line. I think I have to go back through, but I'm sure some of those 5 runs were hit by pitches and walks, and that's how they got on base. But we knew that's how they play, and it's a great brand of baseball, and it's their brand of baseball. They probably do it better than no one else. We have some opponents that play similar style of baseball. Laverne, who we faced out in California, is similar. But there's a reason that they're at the World Series back-to-back years, and moving forward to the championship series. They do it really well. Just really impressed with their pitching and defense. I think that was the big thing today. They scored 5 runs in that game, but they did a great job on pitching and defense. And we hit some balls hard. The guy brought one back over the fence. They turned a couple double plays, tracked some balls down the gap. Again, credit to them. To win those games, you have to do those things, and we did as well. But they just probably did it 1 or 2 more times than we did, I suppose.
Jim Dixon, D3Baseball.com. Logan, you gave your team a chance to win. Sort of talk about your performance. What was working for you today?
I'm pretty happy with my performance. My main plan was just to lay it out on the line for my seniors. That was my main plan. I just want to continue my season with them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think my fastball was good, slider was good, a little down, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
Ryan, they score a couple runs and you come back and you get that long drive in the 7th. What were you thinking as the ball was coming off your bat?
I thought I hit it good. Going up there, just try and get on base, find any way on, start a rally maybe, and just see where it goes. And the ball didn't carry far enough. Great play by the left fielder, but nothing I can do about that.
The run you guys made this year after being the national champs last year, what did it mean to follow it up and get this far again?
I'll answer it. It's incredibly impressive. Last year was really cool to be part of, and that's a great group of guys. But the guys that we lost, we had 3 seniors that are, we're still playing Division I baseball and doing really, really well. We lost some other seniors that graduated, so we knew this year was going to be a challenge. Truthfully, we didn't really talk hardly at all this year about repeating or following up. Again, I thought this year our main goal was to turn 1 year, last year, into 10, 15, 20. And I think certainly some bumps in the road during the regular season, but I thought how we played the last month of the year is incredibly indicative of what this program's all about, what Coach Jones before me helped build. What I'm trying to do as a placeholder, kind of to keep this thing moving in the right direction. And all the credit goes to the guys. Like, they knew exactly what was in front of them going into the ODAC tournament, that conference tournament. They knew exactly what they had to do, and they rolled off 12 wins in a row. And not many teams can say they did that. It just wasn't our day-to-day, and that's what the World Series is all about. Like, only one team will end up celebrating at the end of it. But I, again, cannot be more proud of their effort today and their effort all season long.
Pat Coleman, D3Baseball.com. Maybe for any of the players, can you talk about, playing with your backs against the wall during that run, knowing that, you have to win the conference tournament for all intents and purposes just to get in, and then of course to keep advancing?
Yeah, I mean, during that whole run, it was really the whole team bought in to the fact that we weren't really playing for stats anymore or anything like that. And it's not like anybody did that during the regular season either, but it was a really big team environment at the end of the year, whether you were on the active roster or not, once you got to the NCAA tournament, since you can only carry 27 in the dugout. But everybody bought into their role, and just incredibly proud of how the team performed during that 12-0 run. It was really, really special to be a part of.
Ben, talk about, you're going to be here next year as well, how these last 2 years are going to sit there and sort of keep a spark in the team as you go into more of a leader's role.
Yeah, I mean, these last 2 years have been incredible for our program. I mean, last year was our first time at the World Series, and we won it. This year, we made it to the Final Four. Things didn't go our way today, but it's really indicative of how this program is moving forward. And we know that we're going to be a postseason team for a long time, as long as we maintain the culture that we built, and that's the culture of preparation, extra work, doing it the right way in the classroom, off the field, everything like that. So the guys have done a great job of building that culture. The coaches have done a great job of building that culture, and this program is really it's going to be scary for the next 10 years.
Ryan, as one of those seniors, you've had a couple head coaches, and everybody's still up in the dugout. Sort of talk about what they mean to you in terms of your development as a player and a person.
I mean, they mean everything to me. Like, the past 4 years, it's been special. I mean, they're family. There's not much to say. Like, we hang out together all the time. We eat together, everything. It's just, they've developed me so well into, the man I am and the man I'm going to be after college. It's been amazing the last 4 years I've been here.
Quinn, anything to add to follow that answer up?
Well, this was my first semester at Lynchburg, coming in as a new guy, as a mid-year transfer. I really didn't know what to expect. This is my third university now, or third institution now. And the senior class, not only did I grow up playing with 7 or 8 of them, but the ones that I met from the first week I got on campus, they just made me feel so welcome and loved and part of the family. And I just think that it plays such a huge role under just having. Knowing that these guys have your back no matter what, on and off the field. It's just such an amazing group of young men. All 1 through 9, 1 through 46, or however many it is. It's just such an amazing group of guys, and just coming in, not really knowing a ton of guys, not really knowing the area, not really knowing what Division III baseball is like. I could never ask for a better family.
I want to piggyback on that because that senior class is special. They have the most wins in Lynchburg baseball history. They set it at 36 their first 2 years. They broke it at 48 last year. Well, I think we ended up with 37 this year. They had 3 conference titles, 2 regional titles, 2 super regional titles, a national championship, and then a Final Four appearance this year. Not many classes at any level and any program can say that. And certainly it speaks to their ability, but more than anything, it speaks to their work ethic and the culture that they help create. It's not just coaches. More than anything, it's the players. And that success it goes all to them, and that's a really special class, and it will go down, if not as the greatest, certainly one of the greatest classes in Lynchburg baseball history.
Any other questions?
Yeah, the news in advance is on the phone. You can go ahead now.
question is, what does Coach want the players to be remembered for with what they have coming back?
It's a great question for them. I think more than anything, it's the culture that they help create. Like I just said, I'm fortunate. This year's not about me. I mean, I'm the easiest first-year head coach job in the history. With the reigning National Coach of the Year in the dugout with me and all of our returning staff. I think if you ask them that, it would probably be more of just like creating a culture that helps create the success they want to have. It's less about the result and far more about how they do things at the field every day, how we go about our business on the field on game day, how we handle and conduct ourselves in the hotel rooms, classrooms, on campus. All that stuff is important. And yes, these guys will graduate with a lot of wins and a lot of championships, but more than anything, they will leave a lasting impression for these next classes to come in of how to do things. And if you do it this way, you will be successful at the highest level. And that's unique and that's rare, and we're incredibly fortunate to have those guys that can set an example like that.
Thank you. That concludes this press conference. Congratulations to Lynchburg on a great season. Thank you.